Hey guys, Sarah here from Work Life Glue, and today I'm going to be doing an unpretty plan with me video. Basically, I have loved and used all kinds of planners in the past, but I've just found with the season of life I'm in and my priorities, I just don't have the time or energy to beautify a planner or do anything fancy with it but write down what I need to do. And so I thought I would take you along on how I plan and what I use and all the above. So if you're looking for something a little different than all the beautiful sticker-filled, colorful planners with washi tape that you've seen on YouTube and Instagram, then this video is for you, because I definitely don't do it that way anymore. So when it comes to planners, I've used so many types. I've used my beautiful Filofax. I used this for a couple years and loved it. I've used traveler's notebooks or like knockoff versions, made my own inserts and everything. And I've also done bullet journaling in the Leuchtstrom. I did that for a full year. And I've just learned that these are not for me right now in this season of life. So what I'm currently using and have used for about the last 6 months is the Happy Planner, and this has been talked about a lot. I love this because it's affordable, it's customizable, but it's also already pretty. I don't have to do anything to make it pretty, and it's just easy, and that's what I really like about it. I have used the Erin Condren Life Planners in the past, which these are very similar to, but they're a lot cheaper, and I've found through accessories with this that it's actually functional for me because I tend to write really big, and the vertical layout was really hard for me to use in the past, but I will show you what I use that helps me really utilize this style and layout to its full capacity and to make it actually practical for me. So the only real accessories or things I use with my planner are a pen, and I'm not even picky about that anymore. I don't really care. Right now I've been using Papermate Inkjoy Gel 0.7 pens, nothing fancy, just picked them up at Target and I really like how they write. I also still use the Staedtler colored pens once in a while to color code. I've had these forever. And then I always bring this out. I think I actually got this on clearance at Goodwill. It's just like a little sticker pack. But I've actually never used any, but I always keep it with me just in case if I needed something to stand out. But I don't usually have any room for stickers because I write so much, but I do like them. But this handy dandy Happy Planner checklist stamp has been what has really helped me to utilize those vertical layouts, and I will show you how I use that. Other than that, the only things I really have nearby when I'm planning are coffee, any lists that I've been writing down. I always have like tons of lists going of different things. My husband's work schedule, because he works crazy hours, which is another reason why I just don't have time to like sit down and plan, because every day is so different. And then I also have our meal plan for the month, so I can look at that while I am planning out the week. So before I actually take you guys through how I plan, I thought I would just show you kind of how I have it laid out. I don't do much different than what the planner is intended to be used like, but I do a few tweaks. So here's just an example of a blank month for the most part. This is September. When I'm filming this, it's July. So I just try to keep things kind of written in ahead of time. If I know, like I run a daycare in my home, so I have like that we're closed on Labor Day. I have some trainings that I might go to. I'm pregnant with my second daughter and I have her due date written here. Birthdays in green. I try to color code that stuff a little bit. But other than that, I try to keep these pretty blank unless it's like something that's for sure scheduled. And I look at that every week then when I'm planning. And then for each month, in this section right before the month starts, you can like write down what you're currently doing, your goals and that kind of thing. And I have these packs of paper that are Happy Planner brand that I just got at Hobby Lobby that are already like perforated for this system. And I put them in here. Like when something comes up that I know I need to do in the future or in a certain month, but I don't know an exact day, I just write it here, so when I get to that month I have like a list of things I need to do that month. And then I also do that weekly, so I'll show you what I mean. Every week I have a sheet here, as you can see I have for the rest of the year, and that way like the week before or 2 weeks before I can kind of delegate when I'm gonna do certain things, and that way when I get to that week to plan, I have it all written down of like everything I need to do that week, which is really helpful. And then I thought I'd just give you guys a look of a previous month, the monthly spread once the month is over, what it kind of looks like. I write in blue any theme days or things I need to remember for the daycare, any classes I'm taking, appointments for the baby, things I'm doing with friends and all that kind of stuff, birthdays, all get filled in here. And then here's an example of just like a week, what it would look like at the end of the week. As you can see, it's not beautiful, but it's functional, and I will show you kind of what it looks like at the start of a week, which is a lot cleaner and prettier a little bit, but nothing too fancy, no stickers, no beautiful washi tape or anything, just the nitty-gritty of what I need to do and when, so that I can be organized, because I run a daycare, I have a YouTube business. My husband and I are starting this new channel that you're watching right now, but we're in the process of beginning it. And I'm a mom, pregnant, and my husband works a crazy schedule. So to get everything done, this has been a lifesaver for me for many years, but just this setup has been really helpful lately. And I'll just kind of walk you through, like, as you guys can see, it is not beautiful at all. It's not like something I like to look back on and like, oh, that was when we did this. I have pictures for that and stuff like that, but this is more of just like the details of what I need to do when, so I can be ready. Okay, so this is the week I'm going to be working on, July 10th through 16th. Here's my list of things I've written down that I need to kind of do or plan. Sometimes things move from week to week, like I've been moving, where is it? Organize our cars and stuff like that. I've been moving from week to week when I just haven't had time or it hasn't been that important to me. So sometimes I do move it to the next week, but that's okay as long as it's transferred somewhere where I can remember it, because if it's not written down, chances are it's not gonna happen. So the first thing I do is just take that out, collect all my stuff. I've got my meal plan, my husband's schedule, any other lists, and then I take out my little checklist thing and I go through and I make the checklists in the on the weekdays in the middle and bottom row, and then I do it on all the parts on the weekend. And the reason I do that, the top I use for daycare related things, so I usually kind of write out times of like kids coming and stuff in advance, and I don't usually have this all stamped out yet, so it'd look funny if I went over it. Here I wrote something in that I maybe should have just done on a post-it note or something, because the stamp will cover that, but maybe I just won't put the stamp there. But then I use the middle row for things that I do during nap time. That's when I'm most productive on other things, not daycare related necessarily, or like sitting down and planning for the daycare or getting crafts ready and stuff. I do that all during nap. So that's like where I do the most of my stuff, so that's what I use the middle row for. And then the bottom row is for anything I do in the evening. If I have plans, I write that there so that I can see it during nap time and remember that I have plans. Or I sometimes write like our dinners and stuff like that so I can keep track of that. So I'm going to just stamp it all up. So there's it all stamped up. As you can see, it's not perfect, not beautiful. This row never, for whatever reason of how the paper's laying or whatever, I can never get it to fully stamp no matter how much I push, but who really cares? And now I'm gonna go in and write down my husband's schedule for the week. Okay, and then I like to go in and write anything daycare related up here, just anything I have on our calendar. And then I'll go back and write in like any different plans I have for activities and stuff like that. So we have Zumba class on Wednesday. And I need to give her a check. And then Friday, we have music. I need to give her a check. We have to have lunch early. Oops, whatever. And then it is Wear Red Day. And then I like to write in to remind parents of our theme day on Friday. We do a theme day every Friday, so I just write remind wear red here during nap, because I always write to the parents on a Facebook group during nap every day. And then on Thursday I have a prenatal appointment, so I have a sub coming to watch the kids from 7:45 to 12. I will look back at my month and remind myself what time my appointment is. So my appointment's at 8:25, and I need to talk about breast pumps. Because if it's not written the day of, I usually won't remember it unless I have a separate list, which I will usually just throw in here. If there were more things I needed to talk to the doctor about or something, I would just leave a separate list just floating in here until that appointment. So now I usually just go through and kind of write in anything I think of. I think I also am meeting friends Thursday for dinner, so I'm gonna write that in pink because that way I remember. So 5:45 dinner with friends, and then we have this big sister class for our daughter on Tuesday, and so I'm gonna write in on Monday to get everything ready for that class. And then because I have a sub coming on Thursday, I need to remember during nap on Wednesday to get everything ready for her. And now I just kind of go through my lists and write in whatever I need to do for the week. And I just kind of delegate it by days, spread stuff out so I don't have too much on any one day. And then that's basically it. I also just remembered we're going to the fair on Sunday, so we've got to have our daughter nap early, so I write that there so I remember. And I will most likely go to my parents on Friday or Saturday. With my daughter because my husband will be working late. And our cleaner comes on every other Saturday to clean the house. So she'll be here about 8 to 10. And then I need to remind myself to take out cash for her. Okay. Other than that, I basically just look at my list and remember everything I need to do. Okay, I pretty much have it all filled in. As you can see, it starts out pretty bare. Sometimes it starts out even more so, but we're really trying to work on our new channel that you guys are actually watching right now. But I want to get a bunch of stuff done for that, so I tried to purposefully not plan a lot, and we've been doing a lot in previous weeks to make sure that we have enough time for everything. So I just went in and filled in some stuff we'll do with the daycare, water play, an absorption, painting. Two of my kids have swim lessons that they're gonna get picked up for. One of my kids is transitioning to no nap, so I have his nap schedule on here. And then just random stuff basically to remember. And as I think of things throughout the week, I will also add them here. And then what I do after that is I go to the next week and I just kind of write in anything I didn't get done, or I will delegate it to other weeks. But I'm gonna put clean couch covers on here because I do want to do that soon, but I just don't think I'll have time this week. Let's see, organize the cars. And then on Monday, my husband is off, so he needs to take a class for the daycare. That way I won't forget. But other than that, looks good. And then there's just one more thing. yeah, looks good. That's basically it. That's what it looks like at the start of the week, and like I showed you guys, this is often how it looks at the end of the week. And the reason I plan weekly, I've just learned this works really well for me, that I only have to do it once, and that way every week I write it all down, I dump it all out, and then I don't have to really worry about it for that week. I know everything's gonna get done, and I have a place to write anything if something else comes up or if I have to move stuff around. It's no big deal. But I just know I can't do just like one day and then plan for the next day, because then I don't feel comfortable knowing that everything will get done. I feel the best when I know everything's written down, so I don't have to keep it in my head, because chances are if it's in my head it's gonna get forgotten. So that's why I do it this way. But everybody has a different system that works for them. This is just what works for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look into how I plan. It's nothing fancy, which is probably why I haven't done a video on it before, but that's why it works so well for me. It's just very simple, very practical, which is what I need in my life. Like I said, I'm juggling a lot. It's not something I love doing, all these things all the time, but you know, as a mom, if you are a mom or a business owner or a double business owner or whatever, as a spouse, like there's a lot of responsibilities, and so I just like to make sure everything gets done and everything's planned. I am always on time for everything. I really want to make sure I am keeping up with everything in life, and I couldn't do it without my planner. Let me know if you are an unpretty planner like me, and you don't really do all the pretty washi tape and stickers and stuff like that. I am not here to bash those who do. There was a time when I did that and I liked it. I've never had beautiful handwriting or anything, so it's never looked as good as some people's, but I used to love cutting out things from my Filofax and, you know, planning it all out and getting it all set up, but I just don't really have the time. I have so many priorities in my life, and that's just not one of them. I just want to make sure I'm getting everything done. And the nice thing about the Happy Planner is that it already is pretty, so it's okay. Like, it still looks nice even without washi tape and stuff, because it already has really pretty printed pages. So anyway, let me know if you guys like this video. If you have any other planning related questions or video ideas, leave them in the comments below, and I would be happy to do follow-up videos. My planner really is like the epitome of the glue that holds our whole work and life together and our marriage. I don't know what I would do without it, because nothing would get done. So I really owe it to that, and I would love to share more if it would be helpful for you guys. So let me know in the comments if it would be helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.